going to be Robeisy Ramirez. And if you're familiar with Robeisy, 2012, 2016 gold medal winner in the Olympics for Cuba, was a big story as he was turning pro, defected from Cuba, I think came through Mexico, ended up on the west coast of Florida in the Tampa area. I think they have him here as in Gulfport, featherweight, southpaw. So the story with Robeisy is that his pro debut in August of last year, he lost a split decision in his first 4-round fight. Now, in large part, it was because he was dropped by a flash knockdown in the first round, which made that first round a 10-8 round. But nonetheless, I mean, it's a 10-8 round, regardless of whether it's a flash knockdown or not. You can't afford those in 4-round fights. Might have hurt his confidence. Obviously, he was built up, coming out of the Olympics and the way he defected and really poised to be a big star. And he still might be a big star. I think we just, boxing fans in general, it's hard for people to accept and forgive losses. This was an unexpected loss, a shocking loss. But you know what? He's already had 2 fights since then. The second fight, actually, I was there in Fresno. He won by 6-round KO. He won by KO in the 6th round. He looked sharp. I mean, up close and he's a very skillful fighter. Like I said, aside from, I'll call it a flash loss, he's a very skillful fighter. And I really do believe that he's going to go from prospect to contender to world title challenger. It's just going to take some time. He has a good team around him. He then beat Rafael Morales in February. That was here where I am in Florida. And that was a 4th round KO. Look, he's a boxer. Okay. He has that extensive amateur career. He's a southpaw. And now he's fighting Yeuri Andujar, who, look, once again, I would love to tell you that I'm familiar with him, but he's 5-3. He's been stopped once. In fact, in his last fight against Irvin Gonzalez, he's got 3 KOs in his 5 wins. He's from the Dominican Republic. He's orthodox, right-handed. I would love to tell you that I think this is going to be competitive, but I think that Ramirez has his confidence back. I think he's now being active, which is really the most important thing for a fighter, like we talked about in the beginning, to get that timing. So what I would say is Robeisy Ramirez, according to BetOnline, is -2,000 favorite. So, much smaller than the -6,600 we saw for Anderson and the -5,000 we saw for Villanello. However, I mean, he's a prohibitive favorite. Okay, bet 2,000 to win 100. It doesn't make sense. It's a scheduled 6-rounder. I see Ramirez coasting to an easy 6-round decision, or possibly stopping Andujar. Maybe in that 5th or 6th round. Maybe stopping him in the last round. We'll see. Like I said, a lot of guys have had shorter time than normal to prepare for these fights. So I'm going to be going with Ramirez.